Diversity, equity, and inclusion. It's the three words that nobody ever wants to hear, especially when you start talking about entertainment. It really starts to turn people off. Now, apparently, you guys are aware. I don't know if you guys remember the video that I made a few months ago, I believe it was, when they actually fired Latondra Newton from Disney. She was the previous diversity, equity, and inclusion officer, aka a completely made-up job that is fake just so the company says that they have it, but you guys are aware of that. Now, with that being said, she has been fired months ago, and they have finally replaced her with a new Chief Diversity Officer. Now, of course, because it's Disney and because it's a made-up title, this title is almost always going to go to a black woman, and we have another iteration of this. So we have an article here from Bounding Into Comics that says the Walt Disney Company announces new Chief Diversity Officer following Latondra Newton's exit. Let's get into this article, guys, from Bounding Into Comics. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into the YouTube algorithm. It says the Walt Disney Company announced a new Chief Diversity Officer in Tanisha Agramonte following Latondra Newton's exit from the company at the end of June. It was revealed by Variety that Newton left the Walt Disney Company after they obtained an internal company memo from the company's HR chief, Sonia Coleman. Coleman wrote in the memo, "I'm writing to share the news that Latondra Newton has decided to leave the Walt Disney Company to pursue other endeavors. Since joining the company in 2017, Latondra has led the company's strategic diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives, including partnering with stakeholders across the enterprise to amplify stories of the world by people around the world. She has been dedicated to ensuring every person sees themselves and their life experiences represented in a meaningful and authentic way," Coleman added. Well, listen, anytime somebody has to tell you how authentic something is, it's probably not that authentic. Let's just be real. And of course, it looks like they replaced her with a damn near identical looking woman that just seems to weigh another 100 pounds or so, but they have the same hairstyle. Again, they're always going to go for the woman that looks as Afro as possible. Let's just be real here. We're talking completely truth here. They're going to go with someone who's going to look the part more than actually act the part. They care more about the presentation than the actual performance, if you guys catch my drift. It says in a press release, the Walt Disney Company announced the name Tanisha Agramonte as their new Senior Vice President and Chief Diversity Officer of the Walt Disney Company. I wonder why it took them so long to replace Newton. I wonder why that is. You know, I would imagine there was a ton of black women that were dying to get this role because that's all that they interviewed for this role, I imagine. And I just find it weird that it took this long for them to fill it. But hey, they finally filled it, as we all knew they would. A lot of people, including myself at one point, I thought that Disney was going to get away from the Chief Diversity Officer position because they were losing so much money. Usually these fake jobs are only with a company if they're making so much money they don't know what to do with it. But let's be real, Disney has so much money in the bank just hiding away that they can pretty much do whatever they want for decades to come, including losing money. And they have a ton of investors. They also have a ton of secret investors, aka donations, all that stuff. Like, they have all this stuff coming in. So of course they're going to be able to maintain a Chief Diversity Officer position, and it makes their company look good. So it says the press release states, as Chief Diversity Officer, Agramonte will report to Sonia Coleman, Senior Executive Vice President and Chief Human Resources Officer. Agramonte will lead Disney's diversity, equity, and inclusion strategy, helping the company inspire a world of belonging through stories and storytellers who reflect the rich diversity of our world. Among each of our teams and in every community where we live and work around the world, Disney is committed to building a more inclusive and respectful world, Coleman added in a statement. Tanisha Agramonte is an integral member of our executive leadership and a dedicated, well-respected leader within Disney. As our new CDO, Agramonte's expansive knowledge and expertise, having worked in a variety of industries, will allow us to continue creating a welcoming environment for our employees globally. And just to be clear, these are the women that make this shit, okay? Like Louder and Prouder, like the Proud Family, that episode, Slaves Built This Country, all that nonsense, it was literally false information, literally propaganda. These are the people who make sure this happens, okay? These are the people who make sure products like this are released to the public. They are nothing more than propaganda machines. They are trying to push their own diversity, equity, and inclusion bullshit ideology onto everybody they can get their hands on, including kids. They want to make sure that kids are subjected to this stuff, which is why they put it in Louder and Prouder. It says Agramonte is an internal promotion given she joined the company a year ago as the Vice President of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, Talent Outreach and Development with Disney Parks, Experiences, and Product. Bro, they have so many different titles for diversity, equity, and inclusion nonsense. Like, why do you need all of these titles for something that is so ridiculous. I don't get it. Like, you guys are making up titles as you go along just to say that, just so someone feels special. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just make somebody part of the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Initiative office. I mean, I don't even know what it's really called at the end of the day, but no, you got to give everybody ridiculously long and expansive fucking titles, like Vice President of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, Talent Outreach, and Development. That is a ridiculously long title, but again, they need to make these people feel as special as possible because they are simply there to check a box. They are literally the epitome and the most highly paid checkbox position in the entire company. That is literally them. It says, according to her LinkedIn profile, before joining the Walt Disney Company in 2022, Agramonte previously served as the Chief Diversity Officer of Motorola Solutions from August 2020 to September of 2022. Damn, man. Just imagine getting chief officer positions just because you're a black woman. That must be absolutely incredible. I gotta admit, I'm pretty jealous. I am pretty jealous that they are being able to be handed hundreds of thousands of dollars a year just because their skin color matches what the company needs. It is absolutely incredible to me, and I really wish that I could take advantage of that. But unfortunately, Hispanics are very, very low on the pandering totem pole. We don't really get those opportunities. They're basically exclusively for black people. So unfortunately, we still have to mow the lawn and whatnot to get by. But yes, it is pretty damn hilarious that she has been able to get so many positions just because of her skin color. That must be fucking amazing, to be honest with you. Before that, she served as a director of the Office of Civil Rights in the U.S. Department of Commerce from June 2015 to August of 2020. She was the Assistant Administrator for Diversity, Inclusion, and Civil Rights for the U.S. Small Business Administration from June 2013 to June 2015. Her first listed job was a Director of Outreach and Retention for the Department of Veteran Affairs from May 2009 to June 2013. Well, good on her that she worked with veterans, because a lot of people just really don't care about veterans, unfortunately. So I will give her that benefit. It says, Agramonte stated in the press release, I'm honored to take on this role at a beloved brand which impacts people around the world. Throughout my career, I've had the privilege to help foster environments where all voices are heard, where individuals from all backgrounds have equitable access and opportunities to thrive, and where innovation flourishes because of our collective strengths. Yeah, I'm sure every single one of your employees had equitable access. I am sure that the minority employees or the non-white employees definitely didn't have more benefits than the white employees. I guarantee you that actually happened. And I'm obviously I'm being sarcastic here. I heavily doubt that that is the case. I guarantee you when they say stuff like, oh, we fostered an environment where all voices are heard, that doesn't actually mean anything. If you're a straight white male, or if you are a white person in general who is straight, your voice was probably never heard, and it's only the black people, the gay people, the non-white people essentially, that their voices are heard. And that's what they mean by equitable access, because they, for some reason, they think if you're born white, it immediately means you're born with a silver spoon in your mouth. It says, she added, I am proud to continue those efforts alongside our incredible leaders and employees here at Disney to optimally achieve our company's mission to entertain, inform, and inspire people around the globe through the power of unparalleled storytelling, ladies and gentlemen. So listen, I do think it's pretty damn hilarious. We all saw this coming. We knew that Newton was going to get replaced, and we knew it was going to be with a black woman. I specifically remember me saying that in the video I made in June about Newton being let go, and lo and behold, now you guys know the truth. So of course, this is going to continue to happen at Disney. I cannot wait to see what this person does and how they affect everything going on at Disney right now, because as you guys are aware, it is chaos. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it, and if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.